Yo guys, I just want to do a quick chat about the sad step and the scales. The number one tool used by the local swimming clubs and likely the number one tool that you use to track your progress of your health. Unfortunately, this is not the best way, but let me have a quick chat and explain why. So most people, when they come to me, will say, I want to, or I need to be, or I need to weigh this much, and then I'll be happy. But what does happiness mean? Like, how can a number on the scale, reflect how happy you are when it can be manipulated so easily? It doesn't tell the whole story of how you're getting on. Just because someone weighs this weight, you can get exactly the same weight on someone else and look totally different, have total different healthy to unhealthy lifestyles. And until you break this, you're going to really struggle to get your results. Scales can be manipulated, I say, so many times, but scales won't show your progress. So when you start doing this properly, it won't show your relationship with food now. It doesn't show it doesn't show the boundaries and the bridges you've fixed through years of fat diets and all the clubs. Like, we have clients, ladies, eating more food than ever now. The scales won't show that if they get on the it doesn't show your confidence, it doesn't show your energy levels, it doesn't show your motivation and your consistency and kind of progressing with your fat loss results. It doesn't show muscle, because you need muscle to be toned. All these ladies will say to me that I want to be toned, I want to be lean. Well, they don't use lean, it's usually the word toned. But to be toned, you need a muscle, then lower body fat on it. So you can get on the scales, actually lose body fat and gain muscle, and not lose that much on the scales, actually not lose anything, or actually gain weight on the scales and look totally different. You can get on the scales 1 week with nothing in your stomach, get on the next week, even having a good week, with a full belly of food, and that will affect the number on the scales. It doesn't show your recovery, so when you're training better now, the scales won't show that. It doesn't show you better life or the better lifestyle that you've got. The fact that you've got a social life, you can still have that alcohol that you want, you can still eat the chocolate that you want. It doesn't show the fact that you've got a better relationship because you're more confident now, you have a better sex life, you don't have to have sex in the dark anymore. It doesn't show the fact that you're a better role model to your kids because you are eating pizza with them, you are teaching them about education around food. It doesn't show the benefits of mental health. The scales don't show anything, yet these slimming clubs, and most people, unfortunately, are using them right at the top of the priority list, when really they're a good tool to use, but they shouldn't be coming before photos and all the things that I've just listed. But I say, they still use them. There's no education in these, which, if you have a good week, you can be having a good week and not understand that. You can hold more water weight 1 week, get on the scales, and just because you've not lost weight on that time or that particular day, it can knock motivation, it can ruin consistency, it can actually ruin results, because that one way people can think, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to do it anymore. Just really had a good week and the scales are not showing it, so fuck it, I'm done. Go back to the old ways, go back to eating all the shit, go back to not training as much. But because the people running these clubs can't actually say, we can see you've had a good week, what like, it can be this, it can be this, it can be this, it can be this, it could just take 5-10 seconds of explanation just to say, oh yeah, actually I had a Chinese yesterday with more salt, which now means I probably am holding more water. Tomorrow I crack on and I carry on. But if there's no education there, obviously you're going to throw the towel and it happens. But I say, the things that can affect the scales are your water weight. I say, with the salt, the meals, it can be just be more hydrated from one way into the next, or more dehydrated from one way into the next. I told you about the lady with the IVF. All we did was dehydrate her, didn't lose any body fat, but ended up getting IVF treatment. It can be the time of the month for the ladies. Again, this will make you feel bloated, which can affect does affect the scales. It can be the food in your belly. It can be your muscle. So if you've trained in the gym, you fill your muscles up. You can put food in your muscles, like oxygen in muscles, which can kind of affect the scales. It doesn't mean that you've gained body fat. And obviously, your clothes, everyone knows in slimming clubs don't wear denim, double denim. Nice light clothes, strip off, because if that number's down, that's what we're after. We just have to marking that number down. But the same person can get on the scales at 10 stone, put denim on, hat on, big boots on, get on the scales at 11 stone. It's stupid. Like, you can't use the scales as your main kind of tool. And then obviously the time of the day, if you can't get to a weighing on an evening 1 week, so you go the day, you're going to have total different kind of readings. Doesn't mean you've lost body fat. But unfortunately, slimming clubs, there's no education, and education is important. It's vital for nutrition. But if there's no education, there's no qualifications from these slimming clubs, I'm not surprised most people are struggling. The sooner you break away from that club, that lifestyle, the more chance you have got of getting the results you want. If you want to come and join a slimming club with educated people who have done this for years, who will teach you everything and get you away from the scales and build you a better life and better results that you can sustain long term, give us a message.